Straight away an appeal, called wide by the umpire. He's already gone with that leg stump line. Not give him anything to free his arms through the offside, where he has most of his fielders.
There's one thing Bangladesh can work on from watching them on this tour. It's their running between the wickets. Sometimes lack that enthusiasm and energy between the wickets.
Yes, yesterday the run-outs cost them unnecessary wickets to lose at that point of the game. Major wicket takers yesterday were catches, and the second one were run-outs at 2. 8 catches in the game and 2 run-outs. They'd want to cut that out.
Yeah, I'd expect players to get caught in T20 cricket. Guys playing expansive shots, trying to get the scoreboard moving. But when you lose top order players for the sake of 1 run, when you have the game in hand, that is criminal. But it's just a general enthusiasm of running between the wickets and doing it well. Big shot straight away. He's hit it in the gap. He hasn't got all of it. He'll pick up 2. Again, an opportunity to put the field under pressure, to look for 3, but just an easy 2 taken.
Yeah, sweeping straight away. Zimbabwe did this early in the innings with the 2 men up behind the wicket on the onside, and just picking up a comfortable 2. They would have wanted to get more bat on that because that was a loose delivery.
This is always pressure on the bowler here. The batsman has shown the initiative, a little bit of adjustment to the leg side field. Man now at deep backward square, and the man at cow, the only fielders outside the circle.
Dot ball by Prosper Otseya, and he's bowling from the teletalk end.
Opportunity and gone. Perfect start for Zimbabwe. Shamsir Rahman, he played sensibly yesterday, but he's taken on Prosper Otseya in the first over, and the gamble has worked for Zimbabwe.
I was just about to say they brought the boundaries in. He's tried to make use of that shorter boundary, not getting all of it, and hitting it straight to MAHMUDULLAH, and he just swallows that catch, and Zimbabwe has started well here.
Well, it's the perfect start for Zimbabwe. They gambled, they got Prosper Otseya to bowl the first over. He's picked up a wicket. Bangladesh 4 for 1. Well, Shakib HASAN has taken an age to get out there, and Bangladesh are 4 for 1. The perfect start for them.
Yeah, very good start here by Prosper Otseya and Zimbabwe. This is what they would have wanted when they said Prosper should open the bowling, put pressure and try and get the wicket. And there it is, MAHMUDULLAH taking a comfortable catch.
Brilliant take.
Yes, Brendan Taylor showed us in the ODIs that he's very good behind the stumps. That occasion hitting Shakib on the thigh pad and just going through there. And Brendan Taylor, his great awareness and great reflexes there, takes a comfortable stop.
Yeah, that's a good effort. They saved 4 runs there, the captain. It all counts in T20 cricket. Zimbabwe got good momentum in the first 2 overs. Yeah, they got the Bangladesh team on the back foot. That is not pretty. And even Vittori is asking, what are you doing?
I just don't understand it. He's just bowled a good length delivery. It swung away a little bit, and Shakib trying to release the pressure, going down the leg side, trying to create some space for himself. And that is a horrible shot from him.
Well, he's a much better player than that. Bangladeshi all-rounder. 65 in the first game, played brilliantly. He hasn't got off the mark here yet, and the pressure's on him. And he's backed away, and he's smashed it through the leg side. He's made full contact this time. His first boundary, and Bangladesh up and running on the boundary count.
Yes, straight away attacking again. Brian Vittori this time getting contact, square of the wicket on the onside. Shorter boundary, quick outfield, and he gets 4 runs for that.
Gone for the big pull shot again. It's in the gap. I mean, an opportunity to come back for 2. Well, they should have come back for 2. Turned down and the single missed. Into the second over. 10 for 1. 10 for 1, and Bangladesh off to a very sedate start so far. Shakib Al-Hassan is trying to get the team going. Some dancing girls today, Eddie.
Yes, Psych. Not the greatest start by Bangladesh, but they would want to make use of it now.
Oh dear, Shingi MASAKADZA is coming to the attack, and first ball, full wide hop volley, 4 and a no ball as well.
Yes, not a great start by Shingi MASAKADZA. Brought into the game today and started with a no ball and a 4. And that is well over almost 2 inches there, Psych.
Well, that's a poor effort from him. In this format, you can't afford to give away no balls like that. It's a free hit as well against Shakib Al-Hassan, and he's going to try and take full toll here.
Didn't get all of that on that occasion. Looking to go over the leg side. Big open gap there. And inside half of the bat, Shingi MASAKADZA will be counting his lucky stars, because I think if he got all of that, that was sailing over the cow corner boundary.
Yeah, you talked about the boundary being moved in on the other side. I think the pitch has moved across, so there's not that much effect, I think, on that boundary. But for the left-hander heading towards the stands on the left of the screen, it is considerably shorter. Full, wide, full. He's not getting it right, Shingi MASAKADZA.
Not at all. This is not a great start by him. Shakib continuing in his game plan of going towards the leg side, opening up the offside and scoring through the vacant offside field there. Shingi MASAKADZA has a strong offside field, but he keeps picking out those gaps.
Well, if you bowl that length, it's pretty easy for the batsman. He just has to hit through the line. You're just hoping that he hits the fielders. He's got to get the length right. If it's that full, change in the field. Third man now gone to deep point, and the normal third man is almost at catching gully, deep gully, and he's come round the wicket. Short, bang, 4. Shakib Al-Hassan on the move.
Yeah, this time standing still. Just back of a length and just set up for Shakib, and he's hit it through deep mid-wicket. Just set up, no great pace there by Shingi MASAKADZA. Shakib is really attacking these bowlers now, trying to stay on top of them. But Syke, my question to you is, does he have a medium? Can he knock it around now? Will he continue to try and go after him? I just feel that in the series he's tried to continue go after the bowlers, even though he's scoring great shots as he's just done.
Good cricket shot. Just soft hands, taking the single. He's really taken full toll of this over so far. No need to be greedy. I think if there's one thing, if they would be disappointed with his tour, he's had good scores, Shakib Al-Hassan, throughout the tour. He's been effective, but he has got out at critical times. His role might be to try and take the game away from Bangladesh, from Zimbabwe. Yes, they've got an extra batsman in their lineup, so maybe they can take a few more risks up front. But if you're in the situation where you can really dominate and win the game for your team, you must take the responsibility. Wonderful shot again. Tamim Iqbal joins the party. 4 fours in the over.
Talk about class, and he is just slapped that through the offside. It's a wonderful shot by Tamim Iqbal, who struggled to score, but you can, in that shot, you can see the quality of this player.
Good cricket shot. You don't have to slog to hit boundaries. Quality cricket shot through the offside for 4. And he's put it down after a poor over. Shingi MASAKADZA creates the opportunity, and the captain puts down a regulation catch. End of the 3rd over, 28 for 1. He's had a full go at that again. 4 more. He's not holding back. Shakib al-Hassan, he's having a full go.
Yeah, they're carrying on from the last over. This time back of a length. The man was out there, but he's turned it round the corner, away from that man on the boundary. Just one bounce into the boards.
Well, after first 2 quiet overs from Bangladesh, they've really exploded into life here. 6 fours. And Shakib al-Hassan, he's the man who's got it going. 10 runs and over.
Tries it again, this time getting hit on the pad. That's what I asked you before. It's like, you know how Tamim played that wonderful shot through the offside, then tried it again in the next ball and edged it to Brendan Taylor. It's just an indication of the mindset of the players of just continuing to attack, and he could have actually looked for the single there and stayed on top of the over.
I think you got to mix it up, and I think they've obviously targeted the first 6 overs to really get their team off to a fly and put the pressure on Zimbabwe. At the moment, fortune favoring the brave. That is a beauty from Brian Vettori. Perfect delivery.
He's caused Tamim Iqbal a lot of problems over the years, and that there's an indication of the continual problems that he's going to have against Brian Vettori. Just jags away from him, opening up a can of worms.
Yeah, it's a good delivery in any format of the game. If you can beat a batsman, all ends up like that. The bouncer, the fine legs up in the circle, and it's 4 more. Not the smartest bit of bowling. The man's out on the deep square boundary to protect the pull shot, but he's bowled him a nice high bouncer, and Tamim Iqbal has played it smartly over the short fine leg for 4.
Yes, going for the bouncer here, not following up that good ball he had bowled before, and that just goes into the boundary fence here for 4.
Short, wide, and he's not going to get away with that one. 4 more.
This is a good wicket, Syke. Shakib was never in any position to play that shot through the covers. It's just set up, and he's almost flat batted it through the covers for 4.
Not sure of the Zimbabwe plan of the bowlers to come round the wicket. He is adopting a method of stand and deliver. He's clearing that front leg and trying to hit through the line of any delivery. It's very hard to tuck him up. Again, that front leg cleared, and a big hoik to the leg side. I don't think he's thinking to bat long. He wants to bat fast.
Yes, a couple of fielders having a word to him there, saying get the right field set and bowl the line and length that you intend to bowl, and the fielders will be there to stop it or catch it.
Yeah, Zimbabwe have really gifted them some boundaries, you have to say. Some of the bowling has been poor up front. That's a good delivery, not the best looking shot.
Yeah, they're not stopping, Syke. They're throwing kitchen sink at everything now. Anything that's up, they're going with that leg side option of opening up that hip and trying to hit it through the offside. There, it looks like he was going to pull it through the leg side.
I think he wants to hit any side.
I totally agree with you.
He's swinging hard. Huge swing. Thick outside edge and four. Fortune favoring the brave.
Any side you say, Sohag. This time, thick outside edge. Pitched up delivery. And it races for 4. I don't even think if the fielder was there, he was going to catch it. Wow, his head is looking up at that small little cloud up there.
Well, when they say swing, swing hard, he is swinging very hard. "13 off 11, 3 4s already for Tamim Iqbal. He's not dealing in singles. He's not looking for singles.
Four more here at Bulawayo. This time pitched up and a proper cricket shot played through square of the offside by Tamim Iqbal.
Well, again, it's full, it's wide. It's asking to be hit. He's cleared that front leg to give himself room to free his arms, and he's found the gap again through the offside.
Down the ground, 4. Bang! Bye!
Well, Jeremy, we spoke about how good a wicket it is. Tamim advancing down the wicket, straight back past the bowler, very well struck. And listening to you on the pitch report, you spoke about good grass cover, a new fresh wicket, and maybe something in there for the seamers, but it seems to be the normal Queen Sports Club that we know. A flat road and tough work for the seamers.
That reminds me so much of the wicket in Kimberley, the De Beers Diamond Oval. It's flat, it's hard, and it's like the N2 to Cape Town. Here we go, look at that. Lovely surface to bat on. And if it's in Noah's Ark, it will go out the park. Oh, gone for 6. Should have been caught, but he palmed it over the fence. He flat batted it. And up and over she went. Vusi SIBANDA, normally the best fielder. Have a look at this. Oh, it was a gallant effort. Can't blame the fielder there. It was a monstrous effort. But there was so much power behind that ball. It went all the way for a maximum. Down the ground, and 4. It's party time in Bulawayo.
Well, Jeremy, the Bangladeshi batsmen are not stopping. Down the wicket, Tamim. Almighty heave. He's got it in the gap at cow corner, and he's got 4 for himself. It just shows you what a good batting wicket this is here at Queen Sports Club.
Down it goes! And bingo! 6 more! Woo!
Beautiful hit again from Tamim Iqbal. He's just come down the wicket, got to the pitch delivery, and he's lifted it beautifully over long on for 6.
Yeah, the late Conrad Hunt always used to say, you've got to hit a cricket ball in sight, out of sight.
Well, the Bangladeshis are certainly doing that at the moment, Jeremy. Very good platform for them, and they need to make sure that they carry on and get a big total.
It's Calypso stuff. In the air, and gone. So, the end of an enterprising innings by Shakib al-Hassan, Quadraza, Mushangwe. 86 for 2.
Goes for, looks like a half sweep shot, top edge, Nicely taken by Sikandar Razabat at deep square. And that sees the demise of Shakib Al-Hassan. He's gone for a very entertaining 40 just from 28 balls.
Captain, courageous, Mushfiqur Rahim.
Come on, buddy.
And Shakib Al-Hassan departing for a well-played 40. He's been thoroughly entertaining on a glorious day in Bulawayo. And the young leg spinner, Mashangwe, he would be a happy chap. So look at that average, but the strike rate is good. That's in your T20s, you don't look at the runs and averages, the strike rate is important. If you've got a strike rate of 100 upwards, that means you really get on with it. Short, pulled away. 4. 90 for 2. Reverse sweep. Played beautifully. Execution impeccable. Can one go for 4?
Yeah, that corner in front of the Players Pavilion and VIP Pavilion, one of the boundaries that's still quite big, Jeremy. But this is not a shot I've seen Tamim play well often. But, like you said, very well played then, rolling the wrists and getting 2 runs.
Try push for 2. Lazy running. It's the thing that I think Bangladesh, I mean, it was hit soft enough because, as you said, that is a long boundary. This is the wicket of Shakib Al-Hassan. In the air, Raza under it, makes no mistake. But just pushing that ball in the gap, that was 2. If you run the first run hard, could change turn for the second, and those runs that sometimes cost you games. I know you're getting the boundary, you're well ahead of the curveball, but you got to push it. Oh, he nearly pushed that straight back to Williams.
Sean is another bowler who can do a job for Zimbabwe in the shorter version of the game. Doesn't look to do too much with the ball. Gets in the right area, and like you saw there, sometimes just gets the ball to stop on the batter. A little bit of turn, and sometimes can create a wicket for the Zimbabweans.
Especially when you as a batsman got your momentum going, sometimes you get so into a zone that you push it up and straight back to the bowler, caught and bowled.
1-1, Shawnee, gotta go, boy. Keeper!
Nicely turned, looking for 2. Better running from the Bangladesh. He's putting a little bit of pressure on the fielders there. Just that intent sometimes. Little fumble from Sean Williams there, and you can get 2.
Well, it was a good fielding from Williams. He was aware, set straight after it, and ensured that they didn't get the second. It's a good first over from Williams. Not conceding a boundary. Well, pulled away, and that's gone for 4. 99 for 2.
So 99 for 2, Bangladesh off to an absolute flyer. And going at near on 9 runs and over. So it certainly has been a very, very good start on an excellent batting wicket.
Yeah, you said a good start on a good batting wicket. I think it's been a pretty good start. 100 up in 10 overs with a pretty ordinary bowling performance. 32 runs for the first 50, 33 runs for the second 50, and just the 2 wickets down. Tommy Iqbal on fire, 43 off 27. Mushfiqur 9 off 4. And they dearly love the 10 or 12 and over. We said that 180 was probably a good score. Currently, they'll get 197.
Yes, I agree with you, Dirk. It certainly has been a very ordinary performance by Zimbabwe with the ball. They've been all over the place, full and wide, short and wide. So we've seen a mixture of lovely, sumptuous cover drives, and then we've seen some contemptuous pull shots as well.
Sean Williams does a cleaning up in the covers. Yeah, they've put down a few catches, Zimbabwe, a couple of half chances. Not helping themselves. Oh, that's well bowled by Utsaya. Saw him coming, he wanted to go for the big one. Just dropping it a little bit short. Yeah, I thought there might be a little bit more bounce in this wicket, Dean. And so far, shots like that, has he got all of it? I don't know. No, he doesn't. That's a big, big wicket for Zimbabwe. Tamim Iqbal, again, on his tour of Zimbabwe, throws away a great start. Shingi MASAKADZA does the business for his team. Big wicket.
Well, going for another big one, but Shingi MASAKADZA was waiting for him out at mid-on, and he makes no mistake as he takes a catch, and that is the all-important Tamim Iqbal taken care of. He's gone for 43. It's 101 for 3.
Given him. That looked to me like it was going down the leg side. Hamilton MASAKADZA not appealing too loud, but I tell you what he has done. He's done the job for his captain. How big is this wicket? Mushfiqur RAHIM, they needed him at the crease for a while, and he's perished.
Well, looking to slog sweep Hamilton MASAKADZA, but missing out, and instead he's hit on the pad, and well, maybe leg stump, maybe. Anyway, he's gone for 17. It's Nelson for 4.
Right, Zimbabwe are slowly pulling this back. They were under the cosh in the first couple of overs, and they were being smashed all around the park. All of a sudden, they picked up a couple of wickets. MAHMUDULLAH is the new batsman. We've seen glimpses of his ability on this tour. Has a strike rate of 97, gone past 33 times, best of 64. And oh, do Bangladesh need him today? 111 for 4. After this, you're into the bowling all-rounders. And we will remember that after 10 overs, Bangladesh had 100. Beauty from MASAKADZA. What an over this has been. 2 runs so far, and more importantly, the big wicket of the captain. We said maybe hitting leg stump. Mushi would have thought it was going down the leg side. All right, change again, Panyangara. He needs to come and make amends. The catch, and just like that, MAHMUDULLAH lobs a catch to Razabat, and what was a fantastic start for Bangladesh is slowly falling away.
Looking to go for the cover drive, but hits it in the air, and Razabat holds it quite nicely. Pretty simple catch. So slow delivery as well, I think it was by Tanashi Panyangara. MAHMUDULLAH is out for 1. It's 116 for 5.
Starting to fall apart here for Bangladesh. Tamim Iqbal 43, Shakib 40, and then Mushfiqur, which we thought held the key. He got out LBW for 17. And all of a sudden, the cat's amongst the pigeons. 116 for 5. 14.1 overs. And gradually that projected score keeps coming down and down. Mominul HAQUE, we haven't seen him in the 2020s yet. He comes in for Zahir Rahman. Strike rate 162. He's just had 2 games, best of 26. He's not out yet, so this is his 2nd game, so no average for him. Say not known for his big hitting. Bats number 3 in the test matches, and tried at number 3 in the one days. So he'll be under pressure. He hasn't had much game time in the last week or so. And also, what he's going to have to do is twofold, Dean. He's going to have to build a partnership and then look for the boundaries.
And that's so hard to do, isn't it? Especially when a side has got up to such a good start as Bangladesh had, and then when the opposition pulls it back. It's very hard to try and establish an innings in this particular period of the innings.
Yeah, you're right, and probably wasn't the greatest shot from MAHMUDULLAH, and it was a bit of a half shot. He wasn't committed to it and just lobbed it straight to Raza. at mid-off. Well, not actually mid-off, he was sort of a straight cover. And he can be extremely dangerous, Mahmudullah. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, Panyangara, who had a stinker of a start, his first over went for 14. Now has the ability to better it. And too short to Nasir Hussain. He cannot bowl there. And the man at point looks like Prosper Saya. I thought for a while he had a chance here. He's not the tallest man. And more importantly for Bangladesh, a much needed boundary.
Did you hear the noise Tinashi Panyangara made when he bowled that? I wonder if he knew that it was going to come out wrong. It was almost like somebody throwing a shot put.
Yeah, I wonder if that was maybe just trying to put the batsman off, pretending it's an effort ball. Oh, edge. That'll add insult to injury. He finds the outside edge, but doesn't help. When you're under the cosh, the captain has to set as much a defensive field as possible. And this one goes on to third man off the edge.
Well, that's very disappointing, isn't it? But unfortunately, these are the things that happen, unfortunately for the bowling side, that is. And, so a couple of extra runs now been added by the Bangladeshis, which they will be very grateful for.
I suppose, to be fair to Panyangara, even if there was a third man, I don't think he would have got that. Ten runs off the 15th, 126 for 5.
Bangladesh have definitely led Zimbabwe back into the game here. They were way on top. They were looking like getting 200. But some real pull shots and better fielding have let them back in. But Nasir Hussain is still at the crease. He's been the player of the tour for Bangladesh, and he's just showed why. A wonderful shot of extra cover for 4.
He got run out for naught yesterday. Here's his quality, Syke. You said he's probably been the player for Bangladesh this series. Inside out, over cover for 4.
Come, buddy.
He did this well yesterday. Tinashi Panyangara bowled some good Yorkers. They've called for 2, and the throws come in. But some good running from Bangladesh, and good to see the youngsters showing the older statesmen how it should be done. Tapped into the leg side and scurried through for 2 runs.
Yeah, they knew straight away they wanted 2 here. MAHMUDULLAH came steaming in from the boundary, had a good throw in. I think it would have been closer than you think, Syke.
Good Yorker again from Panyangara. He executed really well yesterday under pressure. At the back end of the innings, he really got the Yorkers right. Won Zimbabwe the game. The game was gone pretty much. And executing well again here.
Yeah, now it's all about full and straight or bowling that wide full delivery, so they have nothing to get under or try and go to the shorter boundary for the left-hander. Wide delivery on that occasion. He's tried to lap it around the corner. It wasn't the line, it wasn't the right line to play that shot. Third man is up. Maybe he should have tried to guide this down third man because it was full enough. All he could do there was probably get some bat on it and would have run away for 4.
Yeah, if he's bowling full and wide, you back yourself to maybe get a thick outside edge. If you don't get full contact, there is an opportunity for 4 through third man. But give credit to the bowler. Panyangara is bowling well to a plan at the moment, and it's working out for him. And a good change-up. Huge swing and a miss. Do you think this pitch is a little bit slow? We've seen Bangladesh get up to an absolute flyer, but it seems to have become harder and harder to hit the ball to the boundary as the innings has gone on.
Could be a combination of things. The ball could have got softer. The pressure of playing the shots. Also, the pitch may not have the energy that it requires to get through to the keeper.
Full and straight from Tinashe Panyangara, good over. Only 5 from it. So far, he's got to finish off. That 6 ball is also important.
Well, he's gone for 5 so far. Mentally, he's got to switch on here and execute the ball he wants to bowl, so it's not a boundary ball. Look around his field and make sure that the ball he's gonna bowl will go to a fielder.
Another no ball from a Zimbabwe bowler. You can't do that in T20 cricket. It's a no ball and a 4 as well. The 6th ball of the over is going to count for double.
Yes, like we just spoke about it. He needed to switch on there and make sure that technically everything he was going to do, there he is overstepping by about an inch.
It's a good call by the umpire. He's always been close to the line there. Tinashe Panyangara and Prosper couldn't get across. Free hit. And brilliantly done. He ended with a dot though. 17 overs gone, 146 for 5.
Relaxed Bangladeshi change room there. It's been relaxed all throughout the series. Chance to get a win here, the last game of the series.
Full wide hit out to the sweeper. Fielder pushing for the second, and good running again from the 2 youngsters, immediately spotting the opportunity. It's a long throw for Malcolm Walla, and well done by Nasir HOSSAIN.
Yeah, the adrenaline kicks in now in the last 4 overs where you need to clear boundaries and chance your running. Try and turn 1s into 2s, 2s into 3s. This occasion just behind square on the offside, made it back comfortably.
It's gone for the lap and it just pick up a single. Projected score 172. I think that'll be a good score on this wicket. It's been a little bit slow, hasn't come on quite as well as the first match, and Bangladesh have got a battery of spinners in their lineup that will really test that shortened Zimbabwe batting lineup today. And beautifully done. Vittori, he's been on target and he gets his reward. Full straight, you hit, you miss, I hit. Mominul goes for 9.
Full and straight. He missed and Vittori hit Syke, as you said. He's tried to hit this over the top. No position to hit it. Being a small guy, I don't know if he's going to get the power and the elevation there. 3rd man was up. That would have been a better option, but he's gone for 9. Bangladesh 152 for 6.
152 for 6. Bangladesh wilting away after an explosive start from Shakib and Tamim Iqbal, and lost the wicket early, but those 2 really got Bangladesh off to a flyer. But they haven't capitalized like they should have, and Zimbabwe have bowled well. The spinners pulled them back into the game, and the seamers, Brian Vittori and Tinashe Panyangara, finishing well. Sohag GAZI to the crease to try and get some lusty blows in. Another full straight delivery and a miscommunication, and brilliantly done by Vusi SIBANDA, and it's going to be referred. It could be the big wicket of Nasir HOSSAIN.
Wheels falling off again with the run out. Miscommunication there between the 2 batters. They thought the one was on, the non-striker being caught unawares. The 3rd umpire's decision is pending, but I think he's well short of his ground here.
The bails are off. He's short of his ground. He'll have to go Nasir HOSSAIN. It won't take long for the 3rd umpire. He's having a look at another angle, but that's gone. It's a big wicket. Good fielding from Vusi SIBANDA. Zimbabwe are finishing off well. It's the big wicket. Nasir HOSSAIN, the red light's been given. He has to go for 27. Bangladesh 152 for 7. He's gone for the scoop and he's finally come off. It's brilliantly done by Sohag GAZI. Finally a scoop comes off. Goes over the keeper for 4. A much needed boundary for Bangladesh.
Yeah, he tried it yesterday. Today, getting inside the line of the delivery. I think he wanted to hit it a little bit squarer than that, but it's gone straight over the keeper for 4.
160 for 7, 6 balls to go. If there's no mishaps with wides and no balls, and Prosper Tse, the standout, Bangladesh will look at that and say, we've got some spinners in our lineup to restrict the Zimbabwe lineup, and that will be the test. Full straight and a big appeal. Umpire not having any of it, immediately walking to the side and signal of leg by, so he probably thinks that's going down.
Yeah, he's probably thought it's going down there. Sneak one, Bangladesh. I reckon he'll pull out that almost scoop again here to Brian Vittori, because he's going to bowl full and straight at leg stump, I think, because third man is up in the circle. Don't want to give him that width on the offside to get maybe a 2 or a streaky boundary.
It's a big heave and he's got it through the offside. There's an opportunity to come back for 2. Good running and a good delivery again from Vittori. Full, no leverage for the batsman to get under it and try and clear the boundary. Zimbabwe have limited the boundary count in the last 6 and 7 overs, and it's showing on the scoreboard.
I think maybe the Bangladesh batsmen need to just keep a stable base and try and generate power from there, because as you're moving, your levers are moving and you cannot get any power through the shot.
That's brilliantly done. He's tried to squeeze that through the third man region. Third man's up, but he's missed out. It's a brilliant delivery from Brian Vittori. Another valuable dot ball.
Yeah, he's done well, Brian Vittori, with Tinashe Panyangara here. Bangladesh, at this moment in time, may just come short of that mark that Zimbabwe scored yesterday.
Well, that was very adventurous. He's trying to reverse sweep. He hasn't got full value there. It was a brave effort.
Yeah, I would never try that shot, Syke. He could lose teeth, get hit in the throat. I think the best option there would be to look for the 1. And here he's actually tried to reverse sweep and it's actually hit him as well. I think you got to practice these shots quite a bit to execute them at the highest level.
Another good delivery, full straight right in the hole. They're looking for 2 and the man is deep on the boundary, and they've come back for another couple of runs. It is very difficult to save 2 out there, and Bangladesh have run better in the last 5 overs. They've been limited with their boundary count, and the youngsters have run well between the wicket and the last pair here, doing a good job.
Yeah, straight away they wanted to get as many runs as they can. If they're not getting the boundaries, let's try and get the 1s into 2s, and picking up 2 on that occasion.
Another good delivery, full straight. The man is right back on the boundary. It's another easy 2. Sensible batting at the end from Bangladesh, and they'll get to 168 after 20 overs. They got off to an explosive start, and they looked like they were going to set Zimbabwe a huge score of 200, but they faded away. But in the end, it's a competitive score on a pitch that looks like it's a little bit slow.
Yes, scoring the same score as Zimbabwe yesterday, 168 for 7. Zimbabwe will need 169 runs from 20 overs. The roles have been reversed, and let's see if Zimbabwe will come out and get the score. That's the batting card. Tamim Iqbal at the top, 43. Shakib, 40. 17 for Mushfiqur, the captain. Nasir run out at a period when he could have accelerated the innings. That's the partnerships, 82 between Shakib and Tamim. That was one of the mainstay of the Bangladesh innings, and then the bowling card, Prosper Tse, impressive, 3 runs and over, picking up 2 wickets, while supported by Vittori. And Zimbabwe, after the break, will need 169 runs to win from 20 overs at 8 runs and over.
So, MASAKADZA, he batted very well yesterday, won the Man of the Match award. And Vusi SIBANDA didn't get runs, and I'm sure he wants to make amends today. Look at that strike rate of 115, best of 79, that's very good. So immediately spin being employed. So it's Sohag from the Tally-Talk end. And he will bowl to Hamilton MASAKADZA. They rely heavily on spin because that's been their key.
Has indeed, Jeremy. And Zimbabwe rely a lot on Hamilton MASAKADZA in the shortest format of the game. He has been somebody who's been solid for them throughout the order in the last couple of years. And you saw an average of 30 in T20 international cricket is a good number. Sohag GAZI to open the bowling for Bangladesh from the Tally-Talk end. We'll be looking to strike early for Bangladesh. Here we go.
Immediately they want to take a single, but decide against it. And suddenly the encouragement coming from the Bangladesh captain to his players. Short, and they'll get a single quite comfortably.
Good lad, good.
You see that from Sohag GAZI. Flat Hamilton pulling it to mid-on. Quick single taken by Zimbabwe. Could have been close if he had hit, but Hamilton safely home. Jeremy, a good ploy, I think, to start up with the spinners. It worked for Bangladesh yesterday. They've got so many in the attack. As he pulls out, Sohag GAZI. And in this kind of game, you want the ball coming onto the bat with a little bit of pace. Spoke about what a nice wicket to bat on it is. Sometimes having to make the pace yourself. Vusi SIBANDA pulls backward of square. Couple of runs to Zimbabwe.
I was lucky he didn't get all of it because it so could have carried to the man on the boundary square on the onside. And that would have cost Vusi his wicket. Look at that. If he hit it a bit better, man coming around, and now he changes the field, probably putting a quicker fielder on the boundary and bringing I think it's Rubel Islam in, because he was the man on the fence. Good running. The one thing that you've got to do, the men in 2020 fielding on the boundary has to be your quickest guys, because they got to get to the ball quickly and get it in. You'll always find the sprinters, the athletes, and the guys with the golden arm that can hit it from any length over the top of the stumps. Peel, it's off the pad.
Yeah, stifled appeal by the Bangladeshi wicketkeeper and captain, but see the ball clearly brushing Hamilton MASAKADZA's thigh pad.
Bowled it! Goodness me, I don't know what kind of a shot that was, but bowled neck and cropper. Bangladesh strikes 5 for 1. Look at this. Into the captain, Brendan Taylor, after MASAKADZA lost his wicket in a rather extraordinary manner. But Bangladesh have struck 5 for 1.
Oh,
Good delivery, nicely flighted as well.
Loving it, lads, courage! Come on, boys, come on, boys!
Brendan walked in a similar situation yesterday, Jeremy. Was very positive, attacking, played his shot. It'll be interesting to see if he does the same today. As I speak, he's on a sweep shot. That's the one. Nicely played by Brendan Taylor.
This is how MASAKADZA departed. Just a yee-ho slug, and bold.
Coming, boys, coming, boys.
In the air, and will go for 4. Thought he hit it straight up in the air. Thought the field had a chance, but they got enough bat on that.
Jeremy, it looked like he got a little bit high on the bat there, but enough on it to go over the mid-on's head. 1 bounce and 4 runs. Onto the back foot quickly. Vusi not all that short, that delivery. So got into a good position quickly. Collects 4 runs for Zimbabwe.
Yeah, the one thing that SIBANDA can do is play shots. Vusi SIBANDA. Bold. Oh, yeah, could be trouble. But 11 for 1. Sohag GAZI to continue from the his first over only went for 5 runs. Abdul's first over went for 6. So both these spinners in tandem have done well. Oh, that's huge. Gone out the ground.
Beautiful strike from Vusi SIBANDA. He's seen it in his area. It's a shot that he plays well. Down on one knee, keeps the head down. Beautiful shot over cow corner. 6 runs to Vusi SIBANDA.
That'll be a wide.
Number 2 here, boys. Shiblo.
When he just fins there, forward, leads, got him drawn. Good delivery. Nearly got the outside edge.
Number 2 here, boys. Number 2 here, boys.
Such a lovely delivery of a spinner. And he can draw the batsman forward. And get a single there.
Jeremy, Zimbabwe obviously have chased in the 3 one-day internationals that were played. Set a decent total yesterday, something the same as today's total, but it'll be interesting to see if they can hold their nerve chasing a total of 168.
That'll be interesting. You know, Brendan Taylor said they were going to, in any event, even if he'd won the toss, they were going to bat second. If he deploys that sweep shot, he gets away with it. And it gets a boundary to the delight of the crowd.
Well, again, we see here Brendan Taylor employing the sweep shot over that fine 45. Nobody behind there, 4 runs. It's an area that he scored plenty of runs yesterday, and he's come out here today and he's continued with his game plan.
Tries the reverse sweep this time.
Lovely bowling, guys. Lovely bowling, guys. It's coming, boys. Be the guy.
Plays it again. This time he gets it right. 4 more. 27 for 1. Well, it's neck and neck after 3 overs. So just a run, but a wicket both sides, so it's even. Oh, slap at that, that'll go. Yes, 4 more.
Vusi SIBANDA again. Great power. Straight back past the bowler. He didn't look too interested in that, Abdul Razak. No, Vusi gets 4 runs.
Bowling change now from the tele-talk end. It's Shakib HASAN into the attack to take over from GAZI.
Come on, lads, come on, boys!
Syke and Kala at the break down with the Dirk Viljoen and Alton Chigumbura reckons that this is the man who holds the key for Bangladesh. And I think I'm in agreement with him. Vast amount of experience, Shakib HASAN.
Whoa. was an almighty appeal for LBW here. Let's have a look at this again. Just outside the line, and it's hit him in the box area. The spinners are certainly trying their best to turn on the screws on Zimbabwe. Question, the ball was pitched outside the line. The umpire had to make a decision. Was it going on to hit? And obviously in his mind it wasn't, so he gave it not out.
Change in the field there. Deep square coming around to cow corner. Short, wide, and 4 by Vusi Sibanda. Beautiful shot through the offside. Packed offside field, but he's found the gap and he's got himself 4 runs.
Lovely stroke, wasn't it? Have a look at this. Just backed away a little bit, gave himself the room, punched it through the covers, and fielder just couldn't cut it off. It was a fraction short and it was onto it like a flash.
Punched again off the back foot by Vusi Sibanda. Well fielded by MAHMUDULLAH down at long off, just the 1 run. Jeremy, you mentioned how much grass cover there is on this wicket and thought that the ball might move around a little bit, but it just has been a batting paradise, hasn't it?
Well, this whole square's a batting paradise. Told you it's the national road into to Cape Town from Kimberley. Short pulled away, this will be 4. If you're a fraction short on this wicket, you're going to fetch it.
Well, the dancing girls in the crowd enjoying this show by the Zimbabwean batsman here at Queen Sports Club. Fractionally short, and Brendan Taylor very quickly onto it. Vast yards of space, deep cow corner, and once through the outfield, it's gone.
It's in the air, and it could be gone. And he's Taylor gone, 45 for 2 after 5. Have a look, Taylor tried to get into the act here, down the wicket, he advances. All happened, he hit the ball in the air, and the catch in the end taken by Nasir HOSSAIN of the bowling of Shakib al-Hassan.
Well, that's a big shot for LBW, and the umpire is unmoved. This could be close.
Well, looking to go for the big sweep and wrapped on the pad. And that should be out. That looks very, I think he's a little lucky.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's more than lucky, Dean. That just skidded straight on and it hit him in front of middle. I'm not sure why that wasn't out. But the spinners are really getting the screws on here. Zimbabwe lost Hamilton MASAKADZA early, and then the captain committed suicide, batting suicide.
Fantastic delivery. Here's another look at the wicket, shall we? Running down the track, mis-hitting it totally up and up in the air, and Nasir is saying that extra cover holds on.
And a good shot from Vusi Sibanda there, just taking the pace off it, immediately looking to take on the field in the deep and running and diving in, and a good two. He's a good athlete. He shot it in the field, and there he's done it with his running between the wickets.
Fantastic running by these two batsmen, putting the fielder under pressure straight away, knowing that these boundaries are big as well, and that's nicely done by the left-hand right-hand combination.
Short, wide, he loves it there. Vusi Sibanda, the field has come round. It's a brilliant piece of fielding on the boundary. And he saves 2 for his team. Bangladesh showing some good urgency in the field today. They want to win this game.
They must certainly do wonderful stuff. It's a short and wide delivery. Sibanda playing a good cut shot. He's so good in that area. But then the fielder backing up the bowler very, very nicely and preventing it from going for 4. Nicely done.
Nasir HOSSAIN is outstanding in the field. Took the catch, and that was a really good piece of fielding again. He's gone for the slow ball. The fielder's getting under it. MAHMUDULLAH's called him off. He's under it, and Vusi Sibanda's gone. Another big wicket for Bangladesh. Zimbabwe not paying heed to what Bangladesh did and committing the same mistakes. Big shots not needed. They were looking comfortable, and Sibanda has given it away. It's a slow ball. He's gone for the big shot over the top, and he's hit it straight up in the air. MAHMUDULLAH warns off his fellow fielder, and Shuvo celebrates with him. Bangladesh way on top. Zimbabwe 53 for 3, and Sibanda goes for an enterprising 32. Short, wide, and he's found the gap. Sean Williams through extra cover. It's a poor delivery from MAHMUDULLAH. He's bowled a couple of wides, and this time he's dished up an easy ball for Sean Williams to pierce the gap for 4.
He'll certainly feel a lot happier now that he's been able to pick up a boundary. Short and wide, and no left-hander needs a second invitation to deal with those. Nicely done by Sean Williams. Cut away to deep point, and they'll be able to come back for 2. That's the beauty about Queen Sports Club. Most fielders, or most fields, should I say, when it goes to deep point, you're only normally going to get the 1 run. But because this playing area is so big, it's pretty easy to pick up the second run. Tell you what, this is interesting, Syke, because the pressure is building, and he's come down the wicket, but ended up not getting a run for it as it goes straight back to the bowler. And you just wonder what sort of a shot will be played. The get out of jail shot. Will it be a big reverse sweep, a slog sweep? Well, he's toe-ended it to mid-on. Going for the big sweep, but mistiming it so badly that it ends up dribbling out to mid-on.
Pitch definitely slowing down. It hasn't been easy to consistently score, and the Zimbabwe batsmen are struggling to get these spinners away. Sean Williams has tried the reverse sweep, the normal sweep, and he just hasn't been able to get to grips with it. He's got to hold his nerve here, though. Shortened batting lineup for Zimbabwe today. He needs to take the responsibility. He's trying to back away just as I call for some responsibility and hit it over extra, and he fails. End of the 10th over. Zimbabwe struggling, but still in with a shout. 74 for 3.
There are the comparisons between the two teams. The worms, Zimbabwe's worm falling under that Bangladeshi worm. But anything can happen from now. Someone needs to accelerate the innings to catch up with this run rate.
They're in trouble for me, Zimbabwe. Sheffield's going to have a bowl. He's bowled 1 over, 1 for 8. Picked up the wicket of Vusi Sibanda, who was the in batsman. We spoke about Bangladesh throwing it away. Zimbabwe throwing their wickets away as well. He's going hard, is Butt, and he's very quick between the wickets. He'll get through for 2 pretty easily in the end. And in 9.5, 95 or 4, 93 or 59. And we spoke as well at the top of the show about maybe 1 batsman short in the lineup, Zimbabwe. They've basically got Waller left, and then they're into the bowling all-rounders of Bangladesh.
Looking for a wide there, Raza Butt. Definitely the last recognized batter will be Malcolm Waller. Hamza MASAKADZA went early. Vusi Sibanda promised with some fantastic shots, and so did Brendan Taylor. Brought these two together now. Williams and Raza, 15 and 6 respectively. Zimbabwe 76 for 3. Here's that skiddy bouncer, surprises the batsman. God, everyone is enjoying the cricket today. Ice cream, braai, takeaways. At this stage, Bangladesh were 101 for 2. Zimbabwe 77 for 3.
Well, I suppose it was a time when Tamim Iqbal and Shakib al-Hassan were playing shots. And what I can tell you is they only got 68 off their last 10. So an opportunity for Zimbabwe to pull it back. What they do, however, need are boundaries. I'm not so sure, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, Sean Williams. We've seen how good he can be rotating the strike. Hitting boundaries, I'm not so sure.
The required run rate 9.75, the current one 7.31. See what happens is Zimbabwe have one good over and that run rate drops dramatically. 15 off and over brings them back into the game and relieves a lot of pressure on having to score off every ball.
Not a good run. More importantly for Bangladesh, a direct hit, and that's what pressure does. Sikander Razabat selling Williams down the river. He had absolutely no chance. Another wicket for Bangladesh. They're in trouble, Zimbabwe.
Yes, Bangladesh taking their opportunity here. The direct hit into cover by Sikander Razabat. Sean Williams hesitated and he's well short of his ground. And he's gone for 16 off 19 balls. Zimbabwe 78 for 4.
They're in trouble, Zimbabwe. One ball short of the 11th over. They require 91 or 55, and their last recognised batsman walks to the crease, Malcolm Waller. Got 26 not out in the first 2020 to get Zimbabwe up to what was in the end a defendable score. There's his stats, strikes at 127, so that's good. Has a best of 49, so he can play. He has the ability as well when he needs to find the boundary. Let me tell you, Zimbabwe need a couple of those right now.
Yeah, bad thing about this is that Sean Williams is actually going to the striker's end. So Malcolm Waller will have to face this ball and it'll end up being probably a dot ball or a 1. Whereas if Sean was there, he could have created a shot.
That's well played by Waller. So straight away off the mark. Good over for Bangladesh, however, just a 5 from it, but a wicket. 79 for 4. Not good reading for Zimbabwe. It's the final game in the Teletalk 3G series, powered by Pran Fruto. It's been a great month of cricket between these two countries, Zimbabwe and Bangladesh. I'd like to think that Zimbabwe will finish on top. They won the one-day series. The test series was levelled. And as it stands right now, unless we see some serious heroics, it's going to be Bangladesh levelling the 2020s as well. That's a good shot. He hasn't found the gap. Had a little bit of work to do on the boundary. He's done really well, the fielder. Cuts that down to just the 1. Seema on might give a little bit of assistance.
He's hit that, and then Sean Williams is actually in a stationary position there. He didn't want the run, and in the end being well run out there.
It was called ball watching. He should have been watching his striker and believing that, or trust him, that if he calls me through, I've got to go. And he was watching the ball. So easily run out in the end. Would have been interesting if it wasn't a direct hit, because Mushfiqur RAHIM had a little bit of work to do.
Looked like he had covered it. He's on his knees there. Robiul Islam into the attack for the first time. They've built up the pressure and they've been able to bring back their seamers and steal a couple of overs here and maybe even a wicket. So good captaincy by Mushfiqur RAHIM.
25 runs behind Zimbabwe at this stage. Oh, save your legs, Raza, but that is out of here. Bang! Do not even bother leaving the crease.
Go on the A380. That is out of here. Out the middle of the bat.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm wondering if he's going to try bowl that ball again, because that is out of here. And they need some more of these. That has come straight out the middle. He's known in Zimbabwe for his big hits. We haven't seen a lot of them. That one has gone miles. With this time, you'll get the single. So you said a good over is required, Ed. There's still 2 balls left. This one's gone for 8. Waller on strike. You'd probably want Butt back on strike. But you notice that when the seamers come on, Zimbabwe seem a lot more comfortable. They've struggled against the spinners. And I would not be surprised if this is potentially Rubiul Islam's last over, because they got so many spinners.
Yeah, pace off the ball seems to be proving difficult to score. And as soon as the seamers come on, the batters are looking to score. The run rate at 9.84. Zimbabwe need to up it 2 more runs.
That's a good shot. He's gone aerial. And guess what? The boundary they needed. Could this be the over? It's gone for 12. There's still a ball to come. 1 bounce for. Not a good delivery from Rubiul Islam. Too much width. Short. And Waller plays it to perfection.
Yeah, just his second ball, and he's just placed that behind square. Used the pace of the delivery. There's 1 bounce into the fences. He's just placed it there. He hasn't tried to hit it. Just using the pace of Rubiul Islam.
Right, last ball. Here we go. 12 off the over. Oh, trouble. Trouble. And they don't look too confident. He might have a look. No, he's not even going to have a look. End of the over. Good one for Zimbabwe. 13 from it. 92 for 4.
Yeah, indecisive running here again by the 2 teams, Stud and Starter, but it looks like he's in there. He's probably in by a foot. Yeah, he is.
I would have seriously ruined a good over for Zimbabwe. It was 13 from it. Only 1 over's been better. It went for 16, which was the 3rd over. But have a look at the white, or rather the red lines underneath the Manhattans. Too many wickets for Zimbabwe. Guys who have got in and got themselves out. We've been talking about Bangladesh doing it. Zimbabwe are following suit. Right, we got a bowling change. Mushfiqur Haq. I'm not so sure if I've seen him bowl on the tour. And bowled a little bit in the one-day game. He's bowling from the Teletalk end. This might be the opportunity for Zimbabwe, Ed.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for Malcolm Waller as well. He loves playing spin.
Smash down the ground. Will only be 1. Shuvo's the man who cleans it up. It's straight away off the middle of the bat.
Yeah, straight away trying to target the part-timer. Look to try and get 10 or plus off this over, bring them back, or peg that run rate back.
Oh, yeah, they'll come back for 2. Not good work from MAHMUDULLAH, backing up. He should have known straight away. He's angry, but you know what? I think that's his fault. He was slow off the boundary.
I think the fielder should have just held it here. It was just the 1. It was very good running. Good fielding on that occasion. Could have been 2 out to the square boundary.
Yeah, but again, Zimbabwe guilty of indecisiveness running between the wickets. And it was very well fielded. Unfortunately for the fielder, he dropped the ball. But have a look at this. He's cut it. And then they're both almost on one end. And if there wasn't a fumble there, Raza Butt would have been in huge trouble. So they've got to work on that. The last thing you want is throwing away a wicket to stupid run out. All right, so 5 off the over. There's 2 balls left. They'll be looking for that ball slightly more pitched up. He's bowling very flat. Grant Flower looking on from the side.
Yeah, taking the pace off the ball there. Try and create the pace with your bat speed. Try and get a boundary here. If they do get a boundary, it'll be a very productive over for Zimbabwe. 6 off it so far.
And he's got intent, Walla, but unfortunately, no boundary. Good result for Bangladesh, just 7 from it. It's 1 short of 100 for 4. He's got him. Wow, Waller's walking. Razak didn't look so convinced. I thought he hit it into the ground. Waller straight away turned around and walked off. Good catch at backward point. So Zimbabwe lose another one. And you can see by the crowd, they're in trouble.
Yes, he's tried to open the face of the bat and hit it through the offside, and getting the bottom part of the bat, the toe end, and a good neat catch at backward point. Bangladesh really happy with that. Malcolm Walla gone for 10 off 10. It's 99 for 5.
Wow, the change room, Zimbabwe change room, will be a little bit more concerned. 99 for 5. They're into the bowlers. Shingi MASAKADZA. He can wield a willow. He's only got a best of 8 in 4 innings. And that looks a very, very good shout.
I think that is closer than we think, Dirk. It's hit him on the back foot. He's skidded it on. I think that's gone. It's hitting middle and leg.
They're in trouble, Zimbabwe. Miraz is still at the crease. He's got 18, but he's now been joined by the bowlers. Wicket made in the over before. It just takes that run rate required to 11.6. Gone big. We thought the last one was huge. Jeepers, that has gone absolutely miles. Right out the middle of the bat. Raza Butt, can he do it for his country? If he's going to, he's going to be playing a lonely hand here, I think.
He's put a rocket on that, and that is out of the ground. Wonderful slog sweep by Sakinda Razabat. Straight into the trees here. And he's not going down without a fight.
That one's middled as well, but it will find the sweeper on the offside. So 7 off the first 2 balls and 4 to go. And the problem is MASAKADZA's on strike. A reminder that this series is sponsored by Teletalk, and they're the dignitaries in the front, along with some board members, the managing director of Zimbabwe Cricket on the far left, and all here to watch the final of this 2020 game. Zimbabwe, a reminder, lead at 1-0. Great to have them in the country, Teletalk, and supporting cricket not only in Bangladesh but in Zimbabwe as well.
Without the sponsors, a lot of things wouldn't have gone well. Not getting all of that Sakinda Razabat straight to the fielder. He would have wanted to make use of that.
Well, he's just taking the pace off the delivery, is Mominul and doing a good job. The one that was hit for 6 was just right in the slot. Oh, that's misfielded. So 10 now off the over. There's a ball to go. What does Butt do? If he takes the single, he's still behind the run rate. He hits it for 6, then it's a good over, but it means that he's not on strike. Oh. He doesn't quite middle it, but gets through for the single. It's 11 off the over. 1 quarter to go. It's 110 for 5.
116 for 5. The spinners have done the damage. They've kept it tight, and Zimbabwe haven't been able to get away from Bangladesh, and now they need 13.25 and over. 53 of 24 balls. Shakib HASAN, he got the big wicket of Brendan Taylor back into the attack. Another attempt at that big slog sweep, and it is well bowled by Shakib HASAN. It's been good energy from Bangladesh in the field. They let themselves down with a batter bit after a fantastic start, but their energy in the field and intensity has been impressive.
What I have liked about the Bangladeshis in the field today, Syke, is we see That attempted slog sweep again from Sikandar Razabat. Well bowled. Into the block hole. Squeezed out by Razabat.
He's become a bit predictable with that big slog sweep. Yes, it's his favorite shot, but he's got to look in other areas as well. And that's beautifully bowled again. Often talk about fast bowlers bowling Yorkers. The spinner doing the job here.
Well, psych, that rate's very quickly gone up to 14.3. At 14.3, something you can do for a couple of overs, but to keep it going for 4 overs, the batters that Zimbabwe have left at hand is a tough task. Mis-stumping by Mushfiqur Rahim.
That's better from Shingirai MASAKADZA. There's no use trying to prod it around and try and get a single to get your partner on strike. Every ball has to be going for 2. A single is not enough. They need 2s and 4s and some 6s. Razabat needs a big hit here. And he's managed to hit the ball back on his stumps, and that's brilliant bowling from Shakib Al-Hassan. He's done the job. He kept firing it into the hole, and he kept looking for the big slog sweep and the big wicket for Bangladesh. They're almost home and dry here to level the series. Razabat bowled.
Well, Syke, you spoke about them picking up on the fact that he's trying to get that slog sweep, and he tries it again. It's full and ricocheting off the boot and onto the stumps. So Sikandar Razabat, he's fought for 32 off 30, bowled by Shakib Al-Hassan. Zimbabwe 120 for 6.
41 needed of 12 balls. Bangladesh have dominated today's match, the second T20 3G Teletalk match. They've dominated from ball 1. They were aggressive with the bat. Yes, they fell away. Should have got a bigger score, but then they've got a competitive score and then have bowled and fielded exceptionally well. They've been energetic, enthusiastic in the field, and they've taken the opportunities. And it's been a dominant performance from them and a poor one from Zimbabwe.
Struck hard down the ground by Shingirai MASAKADZA. Misfield down at long off, and Zimbabwe will scamper through for 2. Syke, I must admit, you did mention Shakib Al-Hassan as the man with the golden arm for Bangladesh, and he's done well for them this afternoon. His 3.2 overs have gone for 21 so far, and 2 very important wickets for Bangladesh.
That's high, that's up into the car region. The fielder's coming in. It's going to be a good catch, and it is a good catch. Nasir HOSSAIN has been excellent in the field. He's stopped everything that's come near him. He's saved runs, and he's taken a brilliant running catch in the deep. He had a long way to come in. He steadied himself well, and he's caught a blinder.
Yeah, Shingirai MASAKADZA there. No real force in the shot. Top edge. Great catch running in. So Shingirai MASAKADZA departs for 9. Zimbabwe now 131 for 7.
Third wicket for Shakib Al-Hassan, and another big swing from Prosper. It's just a thick inside edge. He's bowled smartly. The all-rounder. He is always going to be the danger man. He bowls in the middle. And after the opening bowlers did a good job, the spinners Sohag, GAZI and Razak, he came on and he established Bangladesh's dominance. Another big shot trying to go to that leg side boundary. It's a big boundary out there. He ran in a long way, and that's a better catch than it looks from Nasir HOSSAIN. And 4th wicket. Nasir Mushangwe was never going to go down without a fight. He's tried a big heave-ho. First ball. And that's 4 wickets for Shakib Al-Hassan.
Well, Syke, a pretty ordinary shot from Nasir Mushangwe. I know the run rate is right up there in Zimbabwe, needing to get as many runs as they can, but he doesn't really get to the ball. Doesn't watch it and just throws the bat at it. Well bowled by Shakib, though. He's held it back, given it a little bit of air, and he's enticed the batsman into playing that shot. Zimbabwe now 132 for 8, and Nasir Mushangwe bowled for nothing.
Four for 22 for Shakib Al-Hassan, and Tinashe Panyangara to the crease. The Bangladeshi all-rounder has wreaked havoc through the Zimbabwe attack. No one has been able to get to grips with him, and he's picked up big wickets, and at the moment he's just finishing off Zimbabwe. It's been a dominant performance from Bangladesh. They really wanted to finish the tour off on a high, and they're doing so. That ends his spell. 4 for 22. A wonderful spell of bowling in T20 cricket. 132 for 8.
Bowled him. Full straight delivery. Prosper has gone across the line. And Zimbabwe lose their 9th.
Well, the match was pretty much done and dusted by this end, but Zimbabwe not going out with a whimper, still swinging away, and Prosper attempting a big hit. And it's well directed by Shafil Islam. Full straight right in the hole. Bowled him. Prosper goes for 6. Zimbabwe 132 for 9. $132 for 9, the last rights for Zimbabwe. Brian Vettori, who bowled really well in the one-day series and T20 match, comes in at number 11. 37 off 5 balls. No chance.
I'll tell you what, Brian Vettori will swing the willow if I know him well. There we go, good bouncer. He had to come off the top edge of the bat. It's gone down to 3rd man for 1.
Nothing like a goodbye present. Lost over of the tour. You've wreaked some havoc, Vettori. Take that.
He does have a very good, quick, skiddy bouncer, Shafil Hussain Islam. And sometimes you actually think he doesn't quite have anything behind that ball. Can surprise you like he just did there to Brian Vettori.
Yeah, nothing like just leaving a little reminder to the bowlers. Pajangara saw the funny side of it. The match, though, was won by Shakib al-Hassan and the spin bowlers. Bangladesh, you have to say, got a pass score on this pitch after the start that they got, and the Zimbabwe top order never were able to take responsibility and put themselves in a position to really challenge the score, and the spinners dominating.
Well, as expected, Syke, Bangladeshi, 4 or 5 spinners on their side, and they've used them well. Top edge from Nasir Panyangara, drops short of Shakib al-Hassan at fine leg. Again, the use of that bouncer from Shafil Islam. And Panyangara getting a top edge. You must say that Bangladesh really deserved this victory this afternoon. They came out there, batted well, confident, and when they had the opportunity in the field, they came and did the job with the ball.
They did. Shafil Islam just delivered with the ball. He's used the bouncer really well, and he's mixed it up with good yorkers and slower balls. He's been a wonderful compliment to the seamers, and the game plan has worked perfectly today. Another good yorker. Very interesting. Going on from here, Zimbabwe have got a couple of tours coming up, but the big T20 World Cup next year, they definitely missed Alton Chikumbura in their lineup. He's their power hitter in the middle and lower order, and with they pretty much established the Zimbabwe team at the top of the order, but his power in the middle and lower order is so important, and his bowling capabilities will obviously strengthen their side, but they do have some work to do on the T20 cricket, that's for sure.
Swing and a miss, and that brings an end to this, the second Teletalk T20 game at Queen Sports Club. All smiles here for the Bangladeshis. Mushfiqur Rahim would love to have finished the tour with a victory, and the Chargers have done just that.
A comprehensive win for Bangladesh. Zimbabwe 134 for 9. They never ever looked in the hunt after they lost those first 3 early wickets. No one in the top order getting going. They tried hard in the middle, but it has always seemed a target too far, and the Bangladeshi spinners kept the brakes on. They took their catches, they fielded brilliantly, and they will end the tour on a high. It's been a mixed tour for them. The test matches were shared. The one-day international, Zimbabwe came back and won them 2-1, and the T20 series will be shared 1-1. Both sides will be very happy with a few of the performances throughout the tour and disappointed in missed opportunities. But for Bangladesh, they end the tour on a high. They dominated from ball 1. Hamilton MASAKADZA fell early to a terrible shot, a hoik across the line, and Vusi SIBANDA looked good for 32 along with Brendan Taylor, but they just never established the partnership that they needed. Razabat fought a valiant effort. He hit some big sixes, but there was nothing really of substance, and they never really looked in the hunt after the first 9 overs in chasing down Bangladesh's 168 for 7.
Take a look at the Zimbabwean partnerships. Nothing really of substance. Taylor and SIBANDA putting on 40 from 24 deliveries, but as you go down the partnerships card, you can see that Zimbabwe never really in the fight. And once again, the top order for Zimbabwe failing to put together that all-important partnership, and they fell short of the total.
Well, Sohag GAZI led it from the front. He started off, kept the pressure on Abdurazak, 2 big wickets in his usual miserly self, but the key, Shakib he got the big wicket and he cleaned up the tail.